Wilson.
How to Survive Summer Camp. Chapter 2. Illustrated by Sue Heap. I sat at the end of my bed and stared around at the little ugly room. I wondered what the other girls would be like. They'd all have made friends by now. My tummy went tight as I wondered what on earth I was going to say to them. My new jeans dug, so I undid them. I hope Mum packed all my comfy old jeans too. I unpacked my suitcase and stirred my clothes around a bit. I looked suspiciously for the swimming costume, but there wasn't one there. I found my old jeans and my shorts and my t-shirt and my rainbow jumper and one pretty summer dress in case we had to dress up for anything. I was only going to look really silly in it now, like a boy in a drag. Sunny! Tipped my things out crossly, scattered them over the hard little bed. I dealt with my clothes into two top drawers at the chest and then squatted down and sorted out my trousers. My new jeans were still into my tummy, even with the buttoning done. Perhaps I'd eaten mum pudding too many. I wondered about changing into an old pair of jeans, but I was scared these strange girls might come bursting in and catch me in my underwear. I was relieved to spot a doll sitting up on someone's pillow. I've been worried about Sneaky Cheese. He's my toy mice that I had ever since I was a baby. He was a bit battered now, blind and bald, and he'd lost an ear and 3 of his paws. But I didn't care. I still loved him enormously. I'd hidden him inside one of my socks in case the other children laughed at him, but I rescued him now and let him scamper on with one paw across my pillow. Squeaky Cheese was my favourite toy. I'd taken my favourite book with me too, though Mum said it was too precious. It was over 100 years old and cost ever a lot of money. It was called 50 Favourite Fairy Tales, and the title was spelt out in very grand gold lettering and with a blue leather cover. It was even more beautiful inside, with hundreds of pictures, lots of pages protected all by the colour plates. The sort that tear easily, but I'd not torn any of them, even though I'd been looking at them ever since I was little, before I could read properly. I've read all 50 of the stories now, some of them 2 or 3 times. I found another book down at the bottom of the suitcase. I wasn't reading a book. It was a notebook with a red cover and gilt edges, the sort of known for ages, but there was a more surprising present stuffed inside my nightie. A box of gum fruits, a big half-pound of Cadbury's chocolate, a brand new tin of felt tips. I cheered up quite a lot. I unzipped my jeans, squashed up by my bed beside Squeaky Cheese, crammed a fruit gum of every flavour in my mouth, selected a pen, started writing my new red, beautiful notebook. Made up a story. It's the only thing I ever get a star for at school. This particular story was about a princess called Stellarina who had been the most beautiful long golden hair right down to her waist. She'd been banished from an evil place called Everblack Castle by her wicked stepfather. I had great fun describing Everblack. Bats flapped in and out of the broken windows, snake writhed around the cellars, huge rats swam up from the sewers and padded across into the lavatories. Everblack was owned by a brig vampire who lurked in his library until midnight and rushed out slavering and baring his fangs, but he couldn't frighten Princess Stellarina. She rescued all the crying children from the briggy vampire and wicked witchful, hateful Catty, just as they were all running down the huge and horrible monster called Uncle Pong grabbed hold of Princess Stellarina. But I hadn't enough time to write what happened next. Heard voices, running feet, shut my red notebook, shoved it under my pillow as quickly as I possibly could. It was getting quite dark, and I blinked foolishly when someone came rushing through the dormitory and snapped on the light. She was about my age, maybe a bit older. She had long golden Princess Stellarina hair, with emerald green Ralph Lauren t-shirt and designer jeans, 3 real gold bangles, and 1 slim brown arm. She would have been really pretty if her waist wasn't screwed up in a skull. I tried smiling at her, but she stared at me as if I was Everblack sewer rat, so I glared back. Another girl came panting in the room. She looked younger. She looked long, fair hair too, but it wasn't as long as silky and shiny as Stellarina. Her t-shirt was the evergreen handed out. Her jeans were ordinary Marks and Spencer, and 3 bangles clanking on her arms with plastic. "You won, Louise," she gasped. "You always do," when she saw me. "Who's she?" "Search me," said Louise. She was sitting there in the dark when I came in. She turned to me. "What's your name?" she demanded. I didn't see why I should tell her. "Here, you," said another girl barging into my bed. Louise asked your name. Swaddled round to face the wall, ignoring her. Couldn't stand either of them. Leave her alone, Karen. She's been crying. The poor petal's homesick, said Louise. I haven't been crying, I said indignantly. So it has got a tongue, said Louise. Yes, and it can waggle too, I said, doing so. Why weren't you at the picnic, said Karen. Because, I said. We had races before then. In teams, you're Emerald, like us. The other team's Jade, Lime, Olive. Emerald are the best, aren't they, Louise? Louise won nearly all her races. She's brilliant at sports. We've got heaps of team points. Louise smirked and flopped onto her bed. Came third in the sack race, said Karen. She leant right over me and picked up Squeaky Cheese. What's this old thing? She said, eh? My pet sewer rat, I said. Karen shrieked and ducked Squeaky Cheese. Don't toy sewer rats, she said uncertainly, starting to fiddle with the handles on my chest and openings one by one. You haven't got many clothes, have you? She said rudely. You should see all of Louise's things. She's got heaps of jeans, jogging pants, and shorts. They're all designer too. She's got 3 swimming costumes and really grown-up bikini, and beautiful tennis dress with plaited skirt and matching knickers. I'm not really interested, he said, pretending to yawn. You're just jealous, said Karen. She opened the bottom drawer where I put all my treasures. What's this end? It's big enough. Leave it alone. It's very old and very precious, so hand off, I said quickly. Fairy tales. How rubbish. Look at these boring old books of fairy tales, said Karen, pushing it to one side, patting my bar of Cadbury's. Oh, chocolate, yum yum. Can I have a bit? I didn't see why I should share the chocolate, because they were being so nasty to me, so I shook my head. Meanie, and fruit gums too. We're not supposed to keep food in the dormy. It's against the rules, as Hammercotton said. I don't care. We're supposed to hand it in, and then they give you a little bit each day of tea. Louise had a huge ice cake and a great big box of Belgian chocolate truffles. They're foreign and never so expensive, but at least £1 each chocolate. Karen, said Louise from her bed. Well, nearly. Louise, let me have a bit tomorrow at tea. I like getting a slice of cake, aren't I, Louise? If she gets them back, I said. I wanted why Miss Hammercotton so fat. You mean she wouldn't, said Karen, falling for it. I can get more anyway, said Louise, sitting up, stretching. Her gold bangles clinked delicately at each other. I'm going to write to my father and get him to send me a proper food hamper. If that picnic goes anything by the head, it's food that's so disgusting. 2 more girls came into the room. They were both quite younger than me. The littlest only looked about 5. She was clutching a large toy donkey as if she could never let him go. Her eyelids were soft and swollen with tears, and her nose was runny. Hello, can I have a look at your donkey? Karen said. The little girl sniffed and ran to her bed. She was laying down, tucking her knees up at her dress, her donkey draped around her like a stole. She's been crying, one of the other girls said, as she couldn't work out for herself. What's her name? I don't know. She won't say anything. She won't even join any of the races. So I didn't either. Because we're friends. She sat on the bed and swung her legs while she started undoing one of her little plaits. What's your name then? Said Karen. Janie. Where'd you come from, Janie? Croydon. No, I mean what country? You're black. The silly cheesies. Where's that? I don't know, said Janie, shrugging. I lived in Croydon ever since I was a baby. Started on her other plat. Will one of you young girls do my plats for me in the morning? My mum does it for me at home. I will, said. I'm good at plats. Bet you can't do a proper plat, Karen. You've got silly skinhead hair. You shut up, I said. You forgot my new haircut. My scalp prickled up as they stared at me. Why have you got it cut like a boy, said Karen. It looks awful. It doesn't half look dark like that, Louise, does it? Louise shrugged. She undid her own hair, let it cascade to her waist. Oh, Louise, your hair is lovely. Can I brush it? Go on, let me brush it, said Karen. And Louise nodded graciously. Let's play hairdressers, said Karen. I bet I'll be the hairdresser and you can be the film star, Louise. Can I play, said Janie. All right, but you can be another one of my clients. Only you're not as pretty as Louise, so you can just be a lady. Okay, said Janie. She went over to the little girl and huddled beneath her donkey. Do you want to play hairdressers with us? I think it's quite a good game. She waited. The little girl didn't say anything, but Janie nodded. She doesn't want to play. Made out I didn't want to play either. I reached for my notebook and went on with my story. Made up 2 new people. Hateful, proud princess called Lavastrise, who had a horrible servant. Copy Karen. What are you writing then? Karen said busily, trying to wind Louise's long hair up into a bun. Tap my nose, saying nothing. The girl gets on my nerves, Louise muttered. What do you think she is? Who does she think she is, eh, Louise? She thinks she's great, yet she's awful. She's practically bald. Hey, Baldy, what are you scribbling, Baldy?